We're here today to launch the 34th annual commemorative series of events to mark the 1981 hunger strike. It's very important that we do that on an annual basis, that we remember, commemorate, but also learn from the examples set by the hunger strikers. And it's, I suppose, fitting that we are here in County Louth and that the events will take place in County Louth in August this year, because Louth has been such an important part of the Republican struggle, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the events of August with so many Republicans from right across the island of Ireland and beyond.
Gerry Adams, a very poignant place to launch this year's hunger strike commemoration.
Yeah, very appropriate. Louth County Jail housed IRA prisoners during the Town War, during the Civil War. 6 IRA prisoners were executed here. There was a famous escape led by Frank Agnew when the Free State forces were in control here under martial law in the town, and they regrouped up in the coulees and came back and took the town back off them. So I couldn't think of a more appropriate place than to launch this year's commemoration of the 1981 and 1980 hunger strikes. Also, it was good to see so many former prisoners. A great crowd on a Friday afternoon. It just shows you how people are touched by those events, and not just those of us who were part of it all and who survived it, but other people who weren't even born in 1980 or 81. So I would like to think that will herald one of the biggest rallies that we've seen in County Louth. The hunger strikers are unique. I mean, they were very ordinary people, the men in the blocks and the women in Armagh. And what they went on as happens to do extraordinary things, and that's what the British miscalculated on. They just, the human spirit, the sense of of courage and generosity and bravery that people have when it's put up to them. And we're also going to be commemorating, I've just been reading a little book about it once again. I mean, I've probably read this stuff a million times, but just rekindles the notion of 1916 and the extraordinary people, the men and women who went out against an empire. So the hunger strikes were our 1916, and the hunger strikers are in our generation, our 1916 visionaries. Same cause, same dedication, same bravery, same vision, and there's been a brilliant bit of work done by the National Committee, but also by the local people. It's a weekend of discussion, of fun, of film, and I think it will be all in all a very good, not just a celebration, but part of our learning about these events. And every time I revisit these events, I learn a wee bit more.
Laurence, McKeown, the legacy of the hunger strike, the relevance, etc. At this time of the year, it must be very poignant still.
Well, I think it is, and it's. In some sense, it's great to be here in a jail in Dundalk, which is famous itself for its IRA prisoners that are held, for the escapes that are held, and great also it's a jail we can walk out of, But I think as Gerry was saying earlier there, in terms of even just the people here, ex-prisoners, and former hunger striker Paddy, Agnew, who's was a former TD, so you have a lot of history in the one place as well. And again, just how the legacy does live on, because it was such a big event in our history, not just a event in the jail. In terms of political development since then, in terms of the peace process, you could even say there, a lot of it goes back to that period, because it captured the imagination of people, not only in Ireland but worldwide. You had demonstrations throughout Europe. You had Fidel Castro speaking at the UN. You had longshoremen in America refusing to offload cargo from British ships. So it's I think it's very, very significant. And it's even now, even there's a lot of programmes are coming out now about the sort of depth of collusion that was going on, and it's only been because people have continued to pursue and challenge and struggle that you're getting that. And really that's what was going on in the jail at that time. It was a struggle for 5 years, and then it culminated in a hunger strike, and it was back to hang up Bobby of believing in something, and about the great enjoyment you get, because there is that thing about, regardless of all the strategies that the British government had, and we've seen it in other countries as well, but the human spirit is very difficult to conquer. You know, and I've often said about England colonised Ireland over 100 years ago, but they never ever conquered Ireland. And I think probably the hunger strike was just another battle in many battles, but one that which is still lived on today and built on. I think that's the important thing we talk about, that it has been built on. It wasn't just an event that happened and then it's gone. Or we're not just there to commemorate people, but it's to remember them. It's remember them on film, it's remember them in theatre and drama, and it's also their inspiration that continues.